What if the quietest person in the room is hiding the loudest mind? What if the friend who always knows what to say is silently begging someone to ask them the same question? Today, we're not just talking about INFJs. We're cracking open the vault they call mind. These masterminds of empathy, these architects of hidden worlds, they've been keeping secrets. Big ones, like why they'll cry over a sunset but shrug off a breakup. Why they can solve your life in minutes but feel lost in their own. And why, after a lifetime of being called wise, they still feel like frauds in their own skin. This isn't a personality profile. This is an expose. We're talking buried fears, forbidden thoughts, and the raw, unfiltered truth about the rarest souls on earth. Spoiler, it's not all healer and visionary. Sometimes it's rage. Sometimes it's pettiness. Sometimes it's a 3 a.m. Google search. Am I the villain here? Stick around. By the end of this, you'll either want to hug an INFJ or run from one. Let's begin. 1. The hidden depths of an INFJ's mind. More than just overthinkers. INFJs aren't your average thinkers. They're like detectives of the mind, always searching for deeper meanings in everything. Imagine someone who can't just watch a movie. They analyze the character's motivations, the hidden messages in the dialogue, and how the story reflects real-life issues. Their brains never shut off. For example, if you casually mention you're stressed about work, an INFJ won't just nod. They'll wonder why you're stressed. Is it the job itself? A toxic boss? A fear of failure? They'll even connect it to that time you mentioned feeling unappreciated as a kid. This constant digging for meaning isn't a choice. It's how their minds are wired. But it's exhausting. While others fall asleep easily, INFJs lie awake replaying conversations, worrying about global problems, or imagining worst-case scenarios. They don't want to overthink. It's like their brain has a search for hidden truths button that's always stuck on. 2. The secret struggle with perfectionism. Good enough doesn't exist. INFJs are closet perfectionists. They'll never admit it because they're too busy hiding the effort behind their effortless achievements. That speech they gave, they practiced it in front of a mirror 20 times. The birthday gift they gave you, they spent weeks researching your hobbies to make it meaningful, not just nice. To an INFJ, good enough feels like failure. If they write an email, they'll obsess over commas and tone for hours, terrified that a typo might make someone think they don't care. It's not about being the best. It's a fear of letting people down. Deep down, they tie their self-worth to getting things exactly right. If they mess up, they don't just feel embarrassed. They feel like they betrayed their own values. 3. The loneliness of being a 1%. Why INFJs feel like aliens? Imagine being the only person in a room who thinks deeply about life's big questions while everyone else chats about the latest TikTok trend. That's the INFJ's daily reality. They're the rarest personality type, making up less than 1% of people, and it shows. They might laugh at a meme, but secretly wonder, why are we all so distracted from what truly matters? INFJs crave deep connections, but often feel misunderstood. They'll nod along to small talk while screaming inside. Let's talk about why we exist instead of the weather. This loneliness isn't because they're snobs. They just see the world through a lens of meaning and purpose that others often overlook. 4. The secret sensitivity to criticism. Why even a side eye hurts. INFJs might seem calm, but criticism hits them like a gut punch. A simple, "your idea wasn't perfect," can spiral into days of self-doubt. They'll replay the comment in their head, questioning their entire personality. Am I delusional? Do people hate me? Should I disappear? Even a joke about their laugh can make them practice a better one alone. What's ironic? They're quick to defend others from criticism. If someone insults your outfit, the INFJ will swoop in to praise your style, all while secretly wondering if their own clothes are too weird. Their sensitivity isn't weakness. It's because they care too much about harmony and others' feelings. 5. The secret superpower. Reading you like a cheap paperback. INFJs have a creepy cool ability to see through people. They don't just notice you're upset. They sense why before you do. For example, If you cancel plans with a lame excuse, they'll know it's because you're overwhelmed, not busy. How? They absorb tiny clues, your tone, body language, and patterns from past conversations. This skill makes them great friends, but also drains them. At a party, they'll spot the lonely person in the corner and feel compelled to help, even if they're exhausted. The downside? They can't turn it off. They'll overanalyze a stranger's frown on the subway, wondering, what's hurting them? Can I help? 6. The secret rebellion. When the counselor goes rogue. Don't let their calm exterior fool you. INFJs are secretly rebels. They hate arguments, but love challenging unfair systems. For example, if their boss enforces a dumb rule, they'll smile politely, then quietly organize a team protest. Their rebellion isn't loud, it's strategic. They might forget to follow a pointless protocol or drop subtle hints to make others question the status quo. INFJs are like undercover agents for change. They'll never yell, but they'll dismantle a toxic system piece by piece, often without anyone noticing it was them. 7. The secret burnout. When empathy becomes a death trap, INFJs are emotional sponges. They don't just listen to your problems, they feel them. After a day of comforting friends, coworkers, and even strangers, they're left emotionally bankrupt. You'll know they're burnout when they vanish for days, binge watching cartoons, or hiking alone. They're not mad at you. They're recovering from feeling too much. The worst part? They'll blame themselves for needing a break. Why can't I handle this? I'm supposed to be strong. They'll think, ignoring that even superheroes need rest. 8. The secret love language. Fixing you? Yes, really. If an INFJ loves you, they'll try to fix your life. Not because you're broken, but because they want your happiness. Forgot your lunch? They'll meal prep for you. Stressed about money? They'll research side hustles for you. To them, love is action. But if you betray them, they'll fix you out of their life. They won't argue. They'll quietly cut ties, grieving in private. It's not spite, it's self-preservation. They'd rather miss you than let you keep hurting them. 9. The secret rituals. How INFJs recharge, it's not what you think. INFJs need weirdly specific routines to function. For example, every Sunday might involve 1. Lighting a cinnamon candle. 2. Rewatching Pride and Prejudice. 3. Journaling with a specific pen. Skip a step, and they feel off all week. These rituals aren't hobbies, they're lifelines. After days of giving energy to others, rituals help them reclaim their peace. You might laugh at their obsessive tea-making routine, but to them, it's the difference between sanity and chaos. 10. The secret legacy. Why INFJs fear being forgotten. INFJs want to leave the world better than they found it. They're not chasing fame. They need to know their life mattered. That's why they remember everyone they've helped. The coworker they mentored 5 years ago, they still stalk their LinkedIn, hoping they're thriving. The tree they planted? They visit it, whispering grow tall. Their biggest fear? Dying without making a dent in the universe. They don't need statues. They just want to know one person's life was brighter because they existed. 11. The secret weapon. INFJ's hidden manipulative streak and why they hate it. INFJs can manipulate people, but they hate themselves for it. For example, if they want you to quit smoking, they won't nag. Instead, they'll accidentally leave a documentary about cancer playing when you visit. They're experts at guiding choices without seeming pushy. But afterward, they'll agonize. Was that ethical? Did I respect their free will? They want the best for others, but fear crossing the line into control. It's a constant battle between their desire to help and their respect for others' independence. 12. The secret crush on darkness. Why INFJs are drawn to the macabre. INFJs love exploring dark topics, true crime, horror movies, sad poetry. It's not because they're morbid. They want to understand pain. For example, they'll research a killer's childhood to see what went wrong. They'll stare at a thunderstorm, thinking destruction can be beautiful. This fascination helps them process their own sadness and empathize with others. By facing darkness, they learn how to bring light. 13. The final secret. Why INFJs will never fully reveal themselves. Even the closest people to an INFJ don't know the whole them. They'll share 80% but hide 20%, afraid the real them is too much. For example, they might admit they're sad, but never explain how deep the sadness goes. They test people with small truths. I hate parties. Then wait to see if you judge them before revealing, I hate parties because I feel invisible. They crave someone who will love their shadows, not just their light. Conclusion. INFJs are walking contradictions. Wise yet lost, strong yet fragile, selfless yet secretly lonely. They give the world compassion, but struggle to accept it themselves. If you're an INFJ, know you're not alone in feeling like an alien. Your depth is a gift, not a curse. And if you love one, remember, their quiet moments aren't rejection. They're just recharging to keep lighting up the world. The secret life of an INFJ isn't about hiding. It's about protecting a heart that cares too much.